join me at quite an exciting time. I am just about to water test the van. So I've got everything in. I've got a bucket full of water and I'm going to slowly start to fill and leak test each one of the components from the water tank, the fittings, the water pump. It's a pressurised water system, so water will be pissing out everywhere if I've got it wrong. And then I've connected the waste hose from the sink after connecting the sink up to the tank. So hopefully, if everything goes well, testing one step at a time, everything should work as intended. So first of all, I'm going to fill the tank and watch down the bottom just to see if there's any leaks from the kind of extraction line that I've put at the bottom of the tank. Right, that's submerged now, so I'm just going to look to see if I can see. Oh, yep, a leak, for God's sake. I failed at the first hurdle and there's a leak on the side of there. I'm not sure what's going on with the water tank there. It's quite disheartening because it's the first connection in the whole bloody thing and it seems to be leaking. Only a very small leak, taking the pipe out, just put loads of towels down just to soak everything up. I'm just going to leave that for a minute, just whilst I figure out what's the best steps to take with it. Now I'm going to put the water line directly into the bucket, so I can still turn on the water filter and just suck from that as a tank rather than the main tank. Not currently weeing, just managed to get the pump working. All of these John Guest fittings, as silly as it sounds, I don't think I pushed it in far enough. And so the leaking tank, and the reason why the pump wasn't working was it was pulling air because there was, all of the joints were all leaking, just breaking the system down and testing it one by one. I'm going to give it another go now and actually push the fittings into place and see if that works to stop the leaks and get the system up and running. Hey, there we go. Beautiful. We have running water. It's quite a lot of current draw, pulling and flashing the lights down there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah, we'll figure that out. All is looking good though. Now that the water pressure is absolutely fine and everything seems to be working, I've moved on to the boiler. Just spent 2.5 hours and my boiler's fine, it just wasn't running. It said that there was no operating voltage. We're looking good. Hot water is starting to heat, so I'm going to give that 20 minutes or so to heat up. There's a little bit of hot air coming out for the first time. For 2.5 hours, just absolutely headache, literally a headache, and trying to figure out what's wrong, just testing each individual component. It's really quite satisfying and a nice endorphin rush now that I'm feeling some hot air blow out onto my hand. And after waiting about 15 minutes, there's another absolutely beautiful sight. See the steam coming off the hot water. It's boiling. It's really hot. It's pretty good, that. I'm going to be real with you for a couple of minutes. I'm quite nervous to go and get the van weighed. It's all loaded up with everything appropriate to what would affect the weight. I've put plenty of water in the tank, all of the plies in. I need to buy some more ply sheets just to finish it off, so they're going to be in as well. The mattress is in. The van needs to be under 3.5 tons. Otherwise, there are some implications like needing a different licence, a different type of insurance, different classification. It just means that anyone on a regular driver's licence can drive it, and it opens up the marketability and the amount of people that can actually buy the van. So it does have massive effects. I don't really know what weight it is. I've got an estimate, but really with that much stuff that I'm putting in, big items which you can't individually weigh, this is a massive part of the build, and so I'm nervous, but go crack on and get it done. So status update for the drive so far. I've been driving for about 5-10 minutes. There are a few rustles which I need to sort out. I think the cabin divider, this thing behind me all the way around, because it's touching the metal, I can hear it's rubbing, so I'm going to put some fabric behind that maybe. And the cooker, it's not locked in yet, so I'm going to wait until it's all fixed down, but I think it could benefit for some rubber grommets underneath the hob top where your pans sit on, because that is rattling around a little bit when I go over pretty bad bumps. So just some comfort things. The van's pulling really well, there's certainly no struggles with it driving. It's really quite impressive. Moment of truth. Let's see if this old girl is within the weight. Right, so I'm fully on the weighbridge now. Let's see what he says. 2,980. That's under 3 ton. Oh god, that's a big relief. I've got goosebumps. I don't know what I were going to do if it were over 3.5 tons, but we've got half a ton left to play with. So not only everything that I've got in there, which, you know, I've put everything in the van as best I can, I've even got room for passengers, water, fuel, everything. Absolutely lovely. And I managed to get the gas in as well, so absolutely fantastic. That's 2 for 2. Very happy, very happy. Oh, perfect. A common trait throughout all campervans that I see is everybody uses the same very bland material. From the Swift and the high-level, you know, mass-manufactured campervans with very beige champagne interiors, even through to some of the ones that, you know, I am quite a fan of, using just samey, very safe, very easy materials. I've gone for something a little bit different. For the bottom of the sofa, so the part that you sit on, I've gone for a pleather brown leather look, and for the backrests I've gone for a Harris tweed. I think it would be a really nice offset, a little bit different, certainly something I've never seen in a campervan before. Ultimately have the nice Harris tweed on the back, the leather on the bottom. I think it'll make for a really nice sofa. And there is the finished sofa. Really happy with how that looks. A nice detail of the Harris tweed. And then the leather bottoms. Keep the feet off it. Looks pretty good. And to change the sofa into the bed position, looks something like this. Pretty comfortable. Just need a couple of pillows. Nice to have a break. And I think that's probably where I'm going to call it this week. There's a hell of a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure you can tell by the videos. Also little stuff around running the business. I'm going on holiday next week. Terrible timing, I know, but these things, when you book so far in advance, you can't really tell. I would say I'm maybe 2 to 3 weeks behind schedule of where I wanted to be with this van itself. So it's really going to be motoring hard next week just to absolutely crack on and get as much done as possible. If not, get it to a point where it's actually finished. I'd absolutely love to get this done before I go away so I can put my feet up and relax. I'm going to Jordan, almost a war-torn country at the minute, so I'm sure it won't be relaxing, but it'll be more relaxing than having to get this thing done in the timescales I've given myself. I think I'm coming round and getting quite happy with my finish. There's certain techniques and skills. Once I've done it 2 or 3 times, I'm really happy with how that's coming out now, and I'm starting to actually get a camper van now. It's more camper van than not, so that's a really good bonus too. Next week we've got the gas inspector coming in. He's going to give us the gas sign off, fingers crossed. And of course, every single step that I take now, it is one step closer to the finishing line to show you guys the final product, what I've been building for the last, what will be 4 months by the time that I'm finished. So I'm really excited to show you all of that. Watch for daily updates on TikTok, Instagram, all the other social medias. And if you want to buy it, send me an email. It's dan@craftedcamperco. Anybody can send me over an email. I'll send you loads of details on the van itself and on the camper conversion and the stuff that I've put in it. I really hope that this has a nice quick sell as soon as it's finished. Get it out the door to a happy customer that'll be there forever, Campervan.